Yeah, there's a lot of women that I work. I mean, I work with thousands of women all over the world. And this is something that I recommend to most of them. Like, hey, again, just like using a red light, just like using dry brushing. These are simple things that you can do at home that make a big impact on your health over time. So if you can get in a good routine, again, even if it's not every day, even a few times a week, now you compound that by doing that for 6 months, you'll notice a difference. You'll notice a difference in your skin, in your inflammatory levels, all that stuff. Hey there, welcome to the Female Health Solution podcast, where we discuss women's health, hormones, and everything else in between. Join me as we dive into the tools that you need to live your healthiest life. Hey there, everyone. Dr. Beth Westy here, and I'm going to be talking about castor oil, what it is, why it can be helpful, do you need to use it, all the things. Giving you a little rundown on castor oil. I had a question asked of me recently because I do recommend castor oil packs, especially for abdominal issues, bloat, digestive processes, all those things. And this gal was like, do I need to do this? Are there other things I can do? Right? And essentially, one of the answers is you don't need to do any of this, right? You don't have to. But this is a really healthy lifestyle change that you can layer in quickly, easily, and it can make a huge impact overall for your health. So, do I need to use a castor oil pack? Do I have to? No. It is just like dry brushing. Do I have to dry brush? You don't have to. But there's a ton of health benefits to layering this in on a regular basis. So why would you not want to? Same thing with castor oil pack. And this is the other thing I get asked a lot too. Do I use a castor oil pack every single day? I don't use one every day, but it is part of a weekly routine of lifestyle changes that I've implemented that do make a big difference. So, what is castor oil? Why is it important? Why is it helpful? Why are people like on a big craze? And if you're looking for a great castor oil pack, you can check the links here. I'm going to link some of my favorite stuff so that you can get it sent right to you. There are a lot of good brands out there though, right? You're looking for something organic and you're looking for something that is easy to use, which is what I found with a very specific brand, right? That way you're not futzing around with stuff that's, not feasible for you to utilize, all that stuff. So castor oil, it is made from a castor bean. And you're like, I've never heard of that castor bean. Who uses that? They don't use it for much else. But the benefit of it is that it has something called, I'm looking it up because I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly. Ricinoleic. It sounds very weird to me. It sounds very weird. Ricinoleic acid. That's what's in the castor oil bean that they extract to make castor oil, like sunflower oil, right? Olive oil, avocado oil. They make it from the seeds of that plant and extract the benefit of that. So why is that so special? Because it has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties to it. It is known for anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antioxidant, hepatoprotective, meaning it's very protective for your liver, preventing damage to the liver, free radical scavenging, wound healing, soothing for the skin, all of these things. And where a lot of people utilize it is topically. Castor oil, though, is very thick. It is very, very viscous. I almost did a demo, but I'm going to have to do it in a different location because it is so thick and viscous and like lingers on the skin. So one of the things about utilizing castor oil, which can be a problem, is if you are not good about cleaning with it or making sure you're utilizing it at a time that's convenient. With dry brushing, it takes 5-10 minutes, and I do this in my bathroom, in my shower, before I take a shower or after or at night or whatever, right? And there's no cleanup, essentially. There's like no mess, no cleanup or whatever. That's different than with castor oil. Castor oil, if it gets on your clothes or people wear a castor oil pack while they're sleeping at night, it can get in your sheets and it can be real tough to clean it out. So when you're using castor oil and castor oil packs, You take the pack and you put the castor oil on it, you let it soak in, and you just put it on your body. There are some people with thyroid issues, they'll put a castor oil pack on their thyroid. If you have acne or skin issues, you can use a little bit of castor oil, even mix it in with other things, but you apply it topically to the face. If you have arthritis or swollen joints or tender muscles or things like that, people will utilize castor oil packs to help soothe that and help that feel better because it's anti-inflammatory. So you're using it on the pack and then putting it on your body. Some people use it for as little as 20 minutes, some people for a few hours, right? You're getting a benefit from it, at least if you're using it for 20 minutes, and you can use it longer than that. But again, some people sleep with it on. Sleeping with it on, I mean, I've tried it. I am not a good sleeper with it, so that's not feasible for me to utilize it like that because I made a mess. Like it came off and it like got on my sheets and I didn't like that. And then you have to work to clean that thick oil out of your sheets. So it's not helpful. Some people will sleep with like a towel down, that type of a thing. Yep. But there's a reason you reuse the same castor oil pack, the cloth, you reuse that same thing again because it's already got it soaked in. And then you put it in a plastic protective bag to use again later, all of the things. But just know that if you're getting it on your clothing, you don't want it to be nice clothing. So when I'm using a castor oil pack, I'll make sure to wear an old t-shirt or something that I don't care if it gets oil embedded in it and I can't get it out. And then I like to wear a castor oil pack for at least an hour or two. So timing wise, that's the biggest thing that I look at for utilizing a castor oil pack. When I'm working it into my schedule, my day, my week, I want to wear the castor oil pack. I want to wear it for a certain period of time, wear clothing where I'm not going out and about. I mean, you totally could run errands and things like that, but I'll wear it and then want to be able to wash, like take a shower afterwards to get it off of my skin if I am, going to put on a nicer shirt or something like that. So that's one of the hardest things with utilizing castor oil pack is just the convenience of it, or that it is, I'm going to say, not as convenient as some other things, like using red light therapy, fantastic. And it's easy to add in. And look, if you want to use red light therapy for your face, all you got to do is just turn it on. There you go. Put it on your face. And then when you're done, you turn it off or it shuts off. This shuts off on its own. And there's no mess to clean up. Do you know what I mean? So just be prepared with castor oil packs that it is a different thing to utilize, but the benefits are huge. So if you're going to do it, make sure you're working it into your day, your routine, to be consistent with it so you actually see results. Most of the time, people will get excited about something. They'll buy the castor oil pack kit. Great. But then not really have thought about, okay, how am I going to implement this? Because it's way different to implement castor oil than just use a red light or a dry brush or something, right? The castor oil pack takes more, I'm going to say, commitment, but the benefits are amazing. The benefits are amazing. So besides those properties of the castor oil, the other thing that it does is that it can help improve your immune function. Sorry, I'm pulling my hair. That's not part of this. My hair, I clearly need a haircut. Here. Because I'm sitting on it and it's getting in my way. It improves your immune function. It helps support your own lymphatic system. So that's a great way to help your lymph flow is by using castor oil. Again, using it topically, all of that stuff. People use it all the time for constipation. They'll put it on their abdomen or bloat or discomfort, things like that. If you have aches or pains, back aches, people will put it on their back. Wonderful. Yeah. It helps with circulation, lymph flow, blood flow, all that stuff. It goes hand in hand. It moisturizes your skin. It's very soothing for the skin, which improves wound healing, all of that. It can really help any dry skin, burnt skin, sunburnt skin, right? Acne prone skin. And then a lot of people, this is what it's known for historically too, if you ingest it. So I'm talking about mostly using it topically. That's where a lot of people will utilize it, but it's also ingested, meaning you drink some of it. It is a laxative. It will work. Now, if someone is constipated, this is sort of a home remedy for utilizing castor oil to poop if you're real constipated. right? They're like, oh yeah, I can't poop. I need to poop. What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. Castor oil. There you go. Not something you're going to want to do all the time, because you want to get your digestive system working well on its own, so that you don't rely on castor oil every day to just go. Your body should be going naturally. But if you get real backed up, that can help. Besides skin, it's also really helpful for your hair. So this would be taking a little bit of that castor oil and working it into the scalp, especially if you have scalp issues, dandruff, dry skin. Sometimes people with psoriasis or eczema on their scalp, it can be very painful. But because this oil is so viscous, it's so helpful. And there's people who do say they feel like their hair is stronger, grows faster, and everything, because they're working in castor oil into their scalp too. So, but yeah, one of the most common uses for it, besides ingesting it, is to use it topically on the skin. And you can use it as a type of lotion, but remember, it is very sticky. So just be cautious of your clothing, of your towels, things like that, and utilize stuff that you don't care if it gets oily. But there are a ton of great properties to utilize in castor oil. So yeah, there's a lot of women that I work. I mean, I work with thousands of women all over the world. And this is something that I recommend to most of them. Like, hey, again, just like using a red light, just like using dry brushing. These are simple things that you can do at home that make a big impact on your health over time. So if you can get in a good routine, again, even if it's not every day, even a few times a week, now you compound that by doing that for 6 months, you'll notice a difference. You'll notice a difference in your skin, in your inflammatory levels, all that stuff. So it's really wonderful to have these tools on hand to utilize on a regular basis, because then you're really, what's the phrasing? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of treatment, right? And it's a little bit of castor oil goes a very long way because it's so thick and viscous. So that's what I got for you guys today. Yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. But again, most of the time people will get into it because they're trying to regulate hormones. It's known for helping with digestive issues, liver things, all of that. Or if they have skin issues, any redness, irritation, itchiness, dry skin, just again, like I said, skin conditions. It is so helpful with skin conditions. So that's where people usually get introduced, but I encourage you to use it on a regular basis as part of a healthy lifestyle. So let me know your questions. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you later. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. If you would like more information, just head on over to drbethwesty.com for all the show notes and information from today's episode. And if you're looking for more community, more support, you can find and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and I would love to see you there.